Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. English Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm James. And today's episode is a fun one. So get comfortable because we are about to do something a little different.
Very different. Today is all about shadowing. 50 sentences of it, actually. By the end of this episode, you're going to speak English fluently in 20 days. That's the promise, and honestly, James, I actually believe it.
I believe it too, and I'll tell you why in a second. But first, let's be honest about something. Most people hear the word shadowing and think it sounds like some secret ninja technique.
It kinda is a secret ninja technique, though.
Okay, fair, maybe a little. But really, shadowing is just repeating what you hear at the same time you hear it, like a little echo chasing right behind the original voice. That's it. That's the whole secret.
Ugh, okay, so here's my confession for today. I used to think fluency meant memorizing thousands of words. I had notebooks full of vocabulary, color coded, highlighted, the whole thing. And I could read English beautifully. But the second I had to open my mouth and speak, total disaster. My tongue felt like it belonged to someone else.
Your tongue belonged to someone else. I love that description.
It's true. My brain knew the words, but my mouth had never actually practiced saying them at real speed, with real rhythm, the way native speakers do. And that's the gap nobody talks about.
That's actually the exact problem shadowing fixes. Vocabulary lists teach your brain. Shadowing trains your mouth, your ears, and your timing all at once together, like a workout for your speaking muscles.
A workout for your speaking muscles. I like that. So, James, walk everyone through it. What actually is the shadowing technique, in plain, simple terms?
Sure. Shadowing means you listen to a native speaker say a sentence, and instead of waiting until they finish, you start repeating it almost immediately. Demonstrates with hand motion, right on their heels, trying to match their speed, their rhythm, their stress, their intonation, basically becoming their shadow.
So you're not translating, you're not thinking, you're just copying live in real time.
Exactly, in real time, with zero pause for your brain to overthink it. That's actually the magic part. There's no time to translate, no time to be nervous, no time to worry about grammar. Your mouth just has to move.
Okay, I love that there's zero overthinking involved, because overthinking is my full-time job, apparently.
We're working on that. But seriously, this is why shadowing works so incredibly well for fluency specifically. Not grammar, not vocabulary. Fluency, the actual smoothness and speed of speaking. Because fluency isn't a thinking skill. It's a muscle memory skill.
Muscle memory. Okay, I want to hear more about that, because that sounds like something out of a sports documentary.
It kind of is the same idea, honestly. Think about how a pianist practices scales over and over until their fingers move without conscious thought, or how a basketball player shoots free throws thousands of times until the motion becomes automatic. Speaking English fluently works exactly the same way. Your mouth, tongue, and jaw need to physically rehearse English sounds and rhythms until they become automatic too.
So shadowing is basically doing reps for your mouth.
Reps for your mouth. I'm stealing that. Yes, exactly. And that's why today's episode is 50 sentences long. It's not random. 50 is enough repetition to start building real automatic patterns without being so overwhelming that you give up halfway through.
Okay, before we jump into the sentences themselves, let's do our usual deep dive, because there are a few words tied to today's topic that I think will really help everyone understand what we're doing.
Perfect. Let's start with the word itself, shadow, used as a verb. To shadow someone means to follow them extremely closely, copying their movement almost perfectly. Think of your actual shadow on the ground. It moves the instant you move, with barely any delay. You could say, I shadowed the audio clip 3 times before I felt comfortable with it.
I love that image. Your shadow doesn't wait for you to finish walking before it moves too.
Exactly. No delay allowed. Second word, mimic. To mimic something means to closely imitate the sound, tone, or behavior of something else. When you shadow, you're not just saying the words, you're mimicking the music of the sentence too. The ups and downs, the stress. You could say, try to mimic the speaker's rhythm, not just their words.
She's really good at mimicking accents. That's such a satisfying word to say, honestly. Mimic.
It really is. Third word, muscle memory, which we already touched on. It means a physical action becomes automatic through repeated practice, so your body performs it without conscious thinking. You could say, after enough shadowing, greetings became muscle memory for me. I don't even think about them anymore.
Fourth word, rhythm. This one is huge for fluency. Rhythm refers to the natural pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables in a sentence. Basically, the musical beat of spoken English. English has a very particular rhythm, and shadowing trains your ear and mouth to feel it instead of just knowing the words. You could say, once you catch the rhythm, sentences start flowing naturally.
And our fifth phrase, in real time. This means something happening immediately, live, as it occurs, with no delay or preparation. Shadowing happens entirely in real time, which is exactly what forces your brain to stop translating and just react. You could say, we're going to practice these sentences in real time, right along with the audio.
Okay, I love that these 5 words basically describe the entire method. You shadow a sentence, mimicking its rhythm, building muscle memory, all happening in real time.
Beautifully tied together, as always. Okay, now here's the fun part. Emma, are you ready to actually do this with our listeners?
I was born ready, James. Okay, everyone listening, here's how this works. James is going to say a sentence. I want you to repeat it out loud, immediately, right after him, or even slightly overlapping if you can. Don't worry about being perfect. Just move your mouth, match the rhythm, and have fun with it. Ready?
Let's go! Here are our 50 sentences for today in 5 friendly little rounds of 10. And Emma, quick tip for everyone before we dive in, don't worry about matching every single word perfectly. Focus on the melody of the sentence, the rise and fall, more than the individual sounds.
That's such a good tip, actually. Because I used to get so hung up on pronouncing each word correctly that I'd completely lose the natural flow.
Exactly. And the flow is really the whole point here. A slightly imperfect sentence said with natural rhythm will always sound more fluent than a perfectly pronounced sentence said word by word, robot style.
Robot style. Okay, noted. No robots allowed in this episode. All right, everyone, phones down, hands free if you can. Let's actually use our mouths for the next few minutes. Round 1, everyday basics. Nice and easy to start us off.
Good morning. How did you sleep last night? I'm just grabbing a quick coffee before work. Do you want to grab lunch together today? It's a beautiful day outside, isn't it? I'll call you as soon as I'm free. Can you pass me the salt, please? I completely forgot my umbrella this morning. Let's meet at the usual spot at 6. Traffic was absolutely terrible on the way here. I really needed this cup of coffee today.
Nice. Round 1 down. You're already shadowing. And honestly, it feels kind of great, doesn't it?
It really does. Okay, round 2, workplace and daily tasks. Can we schedule a quick call this afternoon? I'll send you the report by tomorrow morning. Sorry I'm late. The meeting ran long. Let's circle back to this next week. I think we should double check these numbers first. Could you clarify what you meant by that? I I really appreciate you handling this so quickly. Let's take a short break and reconvene at 3. I'll loop you in on the email thread. That sounds like a solid plan to me.
Okay, I'm actually feeling a rhythm building here, James. This is kind of addictive.
Right? Round 3. Feelings and small talk. A personal favorite of mine. Honestly, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed today. That movie completely blew me away last night. I'm so relieved that meeting is finally over. It's been such a long, exhausting week. I can't wait for the weekend, honestly. That's actually really thoughtful of you. Thank you. I'm a little nervous about the presentation. That made my entire day, seriously. I completely understand where you're coming from. That's exactly how I feel about it too.
Oh, I love that one. That made my entire day. So natural.
Right. These little phrases are what make you sound like a real person instead of a textbook. Okay, round 4. Opinions and disagreements. Gently, of course. I see your point, but I see it differently. That's fair, though I'd lean the other way. I'm not entirely convinced, to be honest. Let's agree to disagree on this one. I hadn't thought about it that way before. That's a good point. I hadn't considered that. I think there's a better way to approach this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it Tuesday? I'm curious what everyone else thinks about this today. Let's just take a step back for a second.
I love that these ones sound so diplomatic. Very Mr. English podcast of us.
Very on brand. Okay, final round, round 5, wrapping up and casual goodbyes.
It was so nice catching up with you. Let's definitely do this again sometime soon. Take care and say hi to your family. Thanks again for everything. I really appreciate it. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Let's keep in touch, okay? It was great meeting you, honestly. Safe travels. Text me when you land. All right? I think that wraps things up for today. And how perfect is it that sentence 50 is literally about wrapping up?
I did that on purpose. Obviously.
Of course you did. Okay, so that's all 50. How did that feel, everyone? A little wild, a little fun, maybe a little tongue-tied in places? And that's completely okay.
Completely okay, and actually expected. The goal today wasn't perfection. It was repetition. If you shadow these same 50 sentences daily, even just once through, for the next 20 days, something genuinely clicks. The rhythm stops feeling foreign, and your mouth starts moving before your brain even catches up.
I love that. Your mouth moving before your brain catches up? That's basically the definition of fluency, isn't it?
Exactly. That's the entire goal. Fluency isn't about knowing more, it's about hesitating less.
Okay, that's today's stealable phrase, everyone. Write that one down.
So here's your homework. 20 days, 50 sentences, shadowed daily. Doesn't have to be long, 5, 10 minutes tops. Just consistent.
Consistency beats intensity, as we always say around here.
Every single time. All right, well, I think that's a perfect place for us to wrap up today's episode.
It really is. And thank you so much, genuinely, for shadowing along with us today. If you made it through all 50 sentences, drop a comment and tell us which one felt the trickiest. We love reading those.
We really do. We read every single one. Come back tomorrow, bring your voice, and let's keep building this fluency together. One sentence at a time.
Take care of your English. And take care of that mouth of yours. because it's got 20 days of exercise ahead.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. A short exercise before the outro if you want to feel this before tomorrow morning.
Right now, wherever you are, say out loud what you can see in front of you. Not in your head, out loud. I can see my phone. There's a window. I'm sitting in a chair. There's a cup near my hand. Just describe what's physically there, immediately, in English, without pausing to check it first.
That's it. That small, immediate, physical narration is the whole skill, and you've just done it. Whatever came out wasn't drafted, it wasn't checked, it was just your voice describing something real at the speed it was happening.
Friends, second comment challenge. Tell us one thing you can see right now, in English, in the comments. Something physically in front of you. One sentence. Right now. No rehearsing.
Emma didn't design a habit. She was just tired, and her mouth started describing a kettle, and something that had been stuck began very slowly to come loose.
The over-rehearsal problem, the gap between thought and speech, doesn't get fixed by practicing more carefully. It gets fixed by practicing at a speed where careful isn't an option. And the kitchen gives you that every morning for free, without an audience.
So here's the only ask. Not today. Tomorrow morning. When the kettle goes on, don't just stand there. Describe what you're doing. Out loud. In English. Quietly if someone else is there. Whatever comes out is fine. The grammar doesn't matter for those 5 minutes. The only thing that matters is that the voice is moving at the speed of the action.
One kettle, one coffee, 5 minutes. That's the whole habit.
With today's episode meant something to you, please give it a like. It means a great deal to us. Share it with someone who says their English is fine when they're not talking, but falls apart under pressure. Subscribe to Mr. English Podcast for a new episode every week. And tell us in the comments what you described just now, or what you're going to describe tomorrow morning.
5 minutes. Tomorrow. Before the world asks anything of you. See you next time on Mr. English Podcast.